In Nepal, the selection of a new Kumari is a highly significant and intricate process that blends cultural, religious, and traditional elements. The Kumari is a young girl chosen to embody the living goddess, revered as the physical manifestation of the goddess Talaju, and is considered a source of divine power. The process of selecting her is carefully carried out and involves various spiritual, physical, and symbolic tests. Here is a more detailed look at how a Kumari is chosen. Cultural and religious context. The Kumari is selected based on her ability to embody the goddess Talaju. The selection is tied to the Hindu and Buddhist traditions of Nepal, particularly in the Kathmandu Valley, where the Kumari resides in the royal palace of Kathmandu. She is treated with the utmost reverence, and it is believed that her presence brings prosperity and protection to the community. The Selection Committee. The process of choosing a new Kumari is managed by a special committee made up of priests, scholars, and experts in the cultural and religious traditions of Nepal. These individuals work together to evaluate potential candidates. The criteria. The girl chosen to be the Kumari must meet a strict set of criteria. She is typically selected from a group of Newar Buddhist and Hindu families in the Kathmandu Valley. Some of the key qualities the girl must possess include physical perfection. The girl must be free from physical imperfections such as scars, blemishes, or signs of illness. It is believed that the goddess Talaju resides in her body, so any imperfection is considered incompatible with the divine. Age. The Kumari is usually chosen from young girls between the ages of 4 and 7. They must be in the early stages of childhood, as this period is considered the most spiritually pure. Cultural and spiritual practices. The girl must be familiar with traditional customs and rituals and be able to adhere to religious practices. Her family must also be well respected within the community and uphold religious standards. The selection process. The selection process is intense and involves several stages. Once potential candidates are identified, they are invited to a ceremony where they are tested in various ways. Some of these include the royal selection ritual. The girl is brought to the palace and is introduced to the committee. During this ritual, she is required to participate in various tasks that test her ability to remain calm and composed in the presence of the royal priests. This is often a very spiritual event that involves sacred mantras and prayers. The girls who pass the health checks then face some unusual tests. These tests are meant to show if the girl has the calm and brave spirit of a goddess. Some of these tests include the scary room test. The girl is put in a dark room with scary masks and loud noises. She must stay calm and not cry. The buffalo sacrifice test. The girl must watch animals being sacrificed without showing fear. The night in the temple. The girl spends a night alone in a temple, surrounded by scary things. She must not show fear. The 32 perfections. Priests check if the girl has 32 special body features, like eyelashes like a cow or a voice as clear as a duck. The choosing objects. The girl must pick out objects that belong to the previous Kumari from a group of similar items. The night of the goddess's presence. Once the girl has been identified as the chosen Kumari, she is invited to a sacred ceremony known as the Kumari Jatra. During this ceremony, she is paraded through the streets in a palanquin, where she is revered and adored by the public. It is believed that the goddess Talaju herself has entered the girl's body. The Kumari's life. Once selected, the Kumari enters a life of strict religious observance. She is kept in the royal Kumari Gar, Kumari Palace, and rarely leaves her sacred abode except for certain religious festivals. She lives a life of isolation, surrounded by the community's religious leaders, and participates in public rituals and ceremonies as the living goddess. Her family continues to support her throughout her time as Kumari, but is also held to strict religious standards. End of the reign. The Kumari's reign ends when she reaches puberty, as it is believed that the goddess Talaju departs from her body at that time. When this happens, a new Kumari is chosen through a similar process, and the former Kumari is reintegrated into normal life. She is treated with the utmost respect, but her life is now that of a regular individual. In conclusion, the selection of the Kumari is a revered, sacred process that involves deep spiritual and cultural significance. The 32 characteristics required during Kumari selection are shapely feet, a circle under the sole of the foot, a well-formed heel, long toes, feet and hands like a duck, tender and supple feet and hands, a body formed like a sapticata leaf, the thighs of a deer, genitals positioned deep in the pelvis, round shoulders, the chest of a lion, long arms, a pure body, a neck like a mussel, cheeks like a lion, shapely teeth, white teeth, a small tongue, a moist tongue, the deep voice of a sparrow. Black blue eyes, the lashes of a cow, a beautiful shadow, a gold-colored shadow, a beautiful skin color, straight, but turning to the right hair, black blue hair, a broad forehead, a round head, a body like a banyan tree, Nyagrota, a strong body.